Good morning. Good morning, students. Thank you for being on time.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix something real quick.
That's fine. Thank you for being on time. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right, everybody. So we're in. Sorry. Go ahead.
Number 5. Packet number 5. And you also need something to write with, as well as 2 sheets of paper. On your first sheet of paper, please number it, numbers 1 through 5. Please touch base with your friends. Friends, do not let friends miss live lessons. Make sure your friends are logged in. Good morning. As a reminder, we have a meeting tomorrow at noon on Zoom. The code is on my page as well as my story. Make sure that you guys come to the community meeting tomorrow at noon on Zoom. And you can find the code on my page or my story. Hello.
We're going to get started in about 1 to 2 minutes. Is that on my end, Miss O? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Is that on my end? Maybe it's the music. All right. Again, packet 5. We're covering pages 4 through 10 today. This is 4th quarter, so everybody turning in work. Everything counts. If you haven't turned in the work from last week, make sure you get that in as well. Can you see that, Ms.
Yes, it's very good. All right, so let's begin with today's objective. We're going to infer the meaning of key vocabulary from real heroes, inspiring true stories of courage, character, and conviction. We're going to respond to select text-dependent questions using the racist format. We're going to complete a closed read of an objective summary for real heroes, inspiring true stories of courage, character, and conviction. By now, everyone should have at least 1 sheet of paper. You guys would have numbered it 1 through 5. When you are answering your questions, we only ask that you have your number and the letter as well as the word for that letter. So here we go. Number 1. In risking everything to assert his values and uniqueness, he transcends the blob and becomes a hero. Is the answer A, surpasses, B, surrenders, C, falls behind? Don't forget, you guys are more than welcome to drop your answers in the comment section as well. Put the letter as well as the answer for that letter. Let's look at number 2. Relating stories of heroic people, I hope and believe can encourage the proliferation of the traits we admire in heroes. Does proliferation mean A, rapid decrease, or B, rapid increase, or C, rapid fluctuation? Again, we're on to number 3. Yet most of us cut corners. You have to back it up just a little, yes. Cut corners all the time, sacrificing character for money, attention, power, or other ephemeral gratifications. A, does it mean temporary? B, permanent? Or C, lasting? Ephemeral. Number 4. Yet most of us cut corners all the time, sacrificing character for money, attention, power, and other ephemeral gratifications. A, disappointment. B, depression. C, pleasures. This time we're defining gratifications. And lastly, we have number 5. Heroes don't squander their character that way. As someone once said, they don't borrow from integrity to pay expediency. A, doing what is inappropriate rather than appropriate. Or B, doing what is useless rather than morally right. Or C, doing what is convenient rather than morally right. Again, we're defining expediency. So I would love for you guys to start dropping your comments and your answers in the comment section. We also want those volunteers who said they would like to volunteer to go ahead and be ready to share out. Make sure that your camera is panned upward. And for those of you who just joined us, I just want to give you a quick reminder that we do have a community meeting tomorrow at noon, and we need for all of you guys to show up there. Make sure you tell your friends. The meeting is via Zoom. The information is on my page and my story, as well as the Charles Hart 2025 page. So let's go. Let's get a volunteer.
All right. So again, the words are transcends, proliferation, ephemeral, gratifications, and we have expediency. Waiting on the student to join now. Again, you also may drop your comments in the comment section. Make sure you have a number and a letter next to it. We are waiting on a student volunteer. Okay. I'll try to pull someone else in. Good morning. How are you? Are you ready to share your answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Number 1, I think it's A.
Why do you think it's A?
Because surprise means, I think it means like to achieve.
Okay.
Number 2, I picked B.
Okay. Why do you think it's a rapid increase?
Because like it says I hope and believe can encourage the proliferation of the traits we admire here. So meaning like they have a lot of traits to 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 express how the hero is, like his traits. So increase means like more.
Okay. So they want to see those traits more. All right. What about number 3, ephemeral?
I think is A.
Okay. You think it's A? Why? Temporary? Are you okay?
No, it's my mom was. I was cooking. That's why.
Okay.
Can I? Can I like going live?
Say it again.
Can I start going?
Okay. All right. So I think that she's going to probably drop her answers, the rest of her answers, in the comment section. I don't see anybody dropping comments in the comment section yet. What are our answers? So she chose A for number 1. She chose B for number 2, and she chose A for number 3. What about 4 and 5? Miss O, I'm gonna pop you back in. That's okay. Thank you anyway.
Oh, now we're starting to get some answers.
If we have a volunteer that wants to join, go ahead and give us a thumbs up or a high five. We're going to be covering or reviewing the answers in a second.
Thank you guys for sharing in the comments. Thank you.
And number 4 is C. Okay.
Thank you. We're starting to get some participation. You guys are waking up. Good job.
Okay.
I guess we should go ahead and review.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it, Ms. O?
Yeah, can you just, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pan out just a little, Miss Simmons. A little further back.
Can you see? Oops, sorry.
Yes, but the music is still, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so here we have number 1. Transcends means to surpass, so to go beyond the blob and becomes a hero. Let's look at number 2, proliferation. Proliferation means a rapid increase. We want to see a lot of the traits we admire in heroes, and we want it to happen quickly. Next, we have ephemeral, which is temporary. So these are gratifications or things that only happen for a short period of time. Then we have number 4, gratifications means pleasures. So those are temporary pleasures. Lastly, we have number 5, expediency means C, doing what is convenient rather than morally right.
All right, so these are your vocab words for the week. For homework, you should be completing the Freya model on pages 4 through 6. Again, those words are transcends, proliferation, ephemeral, gratifications, and expediency. All right, we're in packet 5, pages 4 through 6. Those should be done on your own. Okay, we're going to move on. So we're going to cover the text-dependent questions today and the objective summary, but we're going to start with the objective summary because a lot of the time we don't get to it or we don't get to finish it. So after we go through this little excerpt about the actual novel that the text comes from, we're going to go ahead and craft our objective summary. All right? Okay.
All right, so Real Heroes, Inspiring True Stories of Courage, Character, and Conviction by Lawrence Reed. Our anchor text comes from a novel that acknowledges stories of everyday heroes, not just make-believe heroes. It looks at what real heroes are made of. It encourages readers to imagine a world without heroes as a way to help recognize the value of flesh and bone heroes in our society today.
Okay. Complete. There we go. Flesh and blood.
Oh, yes.
Flesh and blood heroes in our society today. Okay, so our anchor text comes from this novel, and that novel covers real heroes, everyday heroes that are in our community. All right. Good morning to those of you who have just joined. So we're going to go over to our objective summary. So if you have the packet, go ahead and turn to page 10. Let's zoom out. Go ahead and turn to page 10.
So
remember,
again, we've posted the audio of the story as well as the written format on Ms. Simmons' page as well as on my story. Again, on Mondays, you guys have pre-work to prepare for Tuesday. So by now, everyone should have listened to the audio or read the text in the packet on their own. And we are getting ready to review a closed read of the objective summary so that you guys will be able to form your own objective summary. So here's the skeleton.
All right, so the skeleton is 3 paragraphs, but remember we break them down and we provide word banks for you. That's the part that makes it the close read. All right, so this is the actual skeleton. This will be posted after class. We're going to go through each paragraph or go through the entire response by paragraph. Okay. I'm trying to make sure you all can see this correctly.
Yeah, I can
you see everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So this time we have numbered the blanks so that you would number which words would go on the blank. We do understand that some of you may not finish this in its entirety during this period. Again, this will be posted after class. So I will read it with the blanks. You guys are looking in your word bank to fill this information in. Blank by blank teaches blank. The beginning of the text asserts that a world without heroes would still be filled with blank. But without the presence of a blank willing to defend despite the consequences, blank would prevail. The text references the movie Blank and highlights how one individual blank the rest and becomes a hero due to his willingness to defend despite the results. The author encourages the blank of heroic traits in us all. Again, you guys are filling in the blanks. You are more than welcome to write down. Okay, thank you. Yes, she's changing the numbers. Thank you for that recommendation. We appreciate the feedback. Please make sure if you're answering any of the questions in the comment section, you put your number and then put the word that goes in the blank. We do want to see you drop in answers in the comment section to let us know that you are understanding the information. And we do want your participation.
Is that better?
Yes.
Is that closer? Okay.
That's good.
All right, so you have 9 choices, 9 blanks. You all can go ahead and start dropping your answers in the comment section. Also, we would love a volunteer.
Remember, if you're ready to share out, to show us a hands up, a waving hand, or a thumbs up emoji to let us know that you are ready to share. Thank you, volunteer. Welcome to those of you who just joined. We are writing our objective summary. We are filling in the blanks. You guys are giving us answers to drop in those blanks. And if someone has completed it all, we would love a volunteer to share out. Thank you. Great job. Now we're on to number 3. What does it teach?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Let's get some more answers in the comment section. You guys are doing great. Thank you for your participation. I want to hear from some other students as well. I want to hear from someone new. This is based on week 5 packet in case you just joined us.
Let's keep going. Look at the answer choices you have below. Make them make sense with what you learned from the text. Not quite. Not quite for number 4. Keep thinking. Look at those answer choices. Look at the text.
Anyone else want to help out with number 4?
Okay.
Okay, we have number 6.
Can you see the whole screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Who else wants to help us out? Number 4, we're still struggling. Good people. Great way to come back. Thanks for going back into the text to find the right response. Great job. Make sure you look at the answer choices. Is that an answer choice?
Good morning for those of you who are joining. We are on page 10 of packet 5. We are starting or trying to complete your objective summary.
Four more answers to go. But without the presence of an blank willing to defend despite the consequences, what is that blank for number 5? What answer makes sense there? We may have to give them one on this one.
Okay.
We're going to help you guys out with number 5, the anti-hero. Okay. So evil would prevail. The text references the movie blank. What movie does the text reference? There's one movie title up here. Number 7, we need an answer for number 7. Good morning to you all who just joined us. Can you turn it down a little bit, Miss Simmons?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We need an answer in the comment section for number 7. Thank you. The movie Ants. All right. The text references the movie Ants and highlights how one individual blank the rest and becomes a hero due to his willingness to defend despite the results. What's our answer for number 8? Can someone drop it? Can someone help him out? We have 1 or 2 volunteers really putting in work. I need somebody to help them out. Number 8.
Remember that you all get participation points for every class session. Thank you. Every class session, we are watching to see who is dropping comments, who's paying attention. Thank you.
All right. And now we are on to number 9. The author encourages the blank of heroic traits in all of us. What word are we looking for number 9? What is the author encouraging in all of us? Proliferation of heroic traits in us all. Thank you. So we had quite a few people, I would say maybe 3 to 4 who really put in work this round. You guys did a great job. Let's read the paragraph. You want to get a volunteer to do that, Miss Simmons, so they won't hear from us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. We need someone to read, earn some extra credit points. Please accept the request. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Are you ready to read?
Mhm.
Okay. Can you see everything?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead.
Real heroes inspire true stories of courage, characters, and conviction. By Lawrence Reed. Teaches the importance of flesh and blood. The beginning of the text asserts that a world
Sorry.
flesh and blood heroes. The beginning of the text asserts that a world without heroes would still be filled with good people, but the consequences but
Mhm.
without the pre- presence
You got it. Presents.
presence of an anti-hero willing to defend despite the consequence of evil would prevail. The text references the movie Ants and highlights how one individual transcends the rest and becomes a hero due to the willingness to defend despite the results. The author encourages the the
You got it.
pro pro life pro, proliferation
Good job.
of heroic traits in all of us.
Thank you very much for reading. We appreciate you. I'm going to pop you out so we can move on to our second paragraph, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, we're on to our second paragraph. You all were great for the first one. Our second paragraph is pretty short.
So I should get new volunteers on this second paragraph. All right. In the middle of the text, the author explains that blank is what makes the hero. He defines character as blank and highlights that it is blank and blank. Again, drop your comments in the comments section. Number your paper 1 through 4 for this part, or either go ahead and write out the paragraph and fill in the blanks as you go. But if you know the answer, start dropping them in the comment section. And I'm looking for some new volunteers. Thank you for those of you who have been working and volunteering. You will receive extra credit. What is number 1? Thank you. We're getting some answers. Now we have 2 different answers. Which answer might it be?
Okay. Character. Back and forth, all right? So start here.
So now if we know that character is number 1, what is number 2? He defines character as what? What is character? Yes, it is. You are correct. It is the choice that a person makes. Now, he defines character as a choice a person makes and highlights that it is blank and blank. So what is it? For 3 and 4. Three and 4, guys. Okay, it is in our control. And what's the other answer? Thank you. For the sake of time, I'll go ahead and read this one with the blanks filled in. In the middle of the text, the author explains that character is what makes the hero. He defines character as the choice a person makes and highlights that is in our control and continuous.
All right, good job. We are in our last paragraph for our objective summary. Zoom out a little.
Here
Can you
we
see
go.
that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At the end of the text, the author discusses the importance of blank. He defines these heroes as the blank we encounter every day in our own blank, such as blank, 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 blank. He wants people to learn from flesh and blood heroes so that we can blank their blank, blank, and blank. Go ahead and fill it in. They are numbered. You should have your papers numbered 1 through 6. If you want to join us live, please give us a thumbs up as well. If you think you want to attempt this live, give us a thumbs up. We want some more student participation today. Okay, thank you. What do we have next? Number 2. Yes, everything is always posted directly after class. This will be posted after class. Thank you. I have my same 3 or 4 volunteers. I have more people on here. We should have some new people joining in, helping us out. Okay, thank you. We're getting there. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are doing well. Now we have 1 answer left for number 6. What are the answers for number 6? Great job, you all. Thank you for participating and contributing. Let's go. All right. At the end of the text, the author discusses the importance of flesh and blood heroes. He defines these heroes as the real people we encounter every day in our own neighborhood, such as teachers, doctors, scientists, and entrepreneurs. He wants people to learn from flesh and blood heroes so that we can mimic their character, choices, and actions. Great job. Let's start looking at our questions using the racist format.
All right, so again, this will be posted after class, and this should be on page 10. All right. So yesterday we gave you, 2 questions that we would cover in class today. We were probably only going to get to 1 for the sake of time. But let's look at this question. How does the author define character? And then how can we clarify the word character? We definitely just went over this definition in our objective summary. So let's remind ourselves, what does the word character mean? Or you can go ahead and answer the actual question. How does the author define character in the text?
Drop your answers in the comment section for us, or if you want to share out, go ahead and give us a thumbs up or a high five or a waving hand to let us know that you want to share out on live. We want someone to join us. How does the author define character? What do we mean by the term character? How does the author define it? Not necessarily the definition of character as we know it growing up. What does it mean by character? But how does the author in this particular text define the word character?
And yes, you do restate the question as a part of your answer. So how would you start your answer off knowing that you need to use some of the words from the question to begin your answer?
Does anyone want to give it a go live? Give us a thumbs up. They're awfully quiet today.
Remember that your participation makes the class.
We just went over this in our objective summary. It's also in the text. How does the author define the word character? Pull me something from the text. Cite me something from the text.
So he does define the character of a hero. There we go.
Thank you. There we are. Okay. He defines character as choices that an individual makes. That helps us to define our character based on the choices that we make. Okay. And it's something controllable by each individual. So if we had to go back and cite this evidence from the text, we would go to, in the text it states, a person's character is nothing more than the sum of his or her choices. Fortunately, character is something every one of us has control over. Yet most of us cut corners all the time, sacrificing character for money, attention, power, and other ephemeral gratifications. So, how will we explain this piece of evidence? This piece of evidence explains that character is your collection of actions, and it has everything to do with how you choose to behave toward others and how you choose to react in situations. The evidence explains that people often break their good character when in search or need of money, power, and the like. If we wanted to summarize this, we would say that everyone has the power to make their own choices. Therefore, everyone has the power to control their character.
All right, so that's an example of what your answer for this question should look like in your packet. We do have enough time to go over the second one, or at least talk about the vocabulary surrounding it. Let's look at this question. It says, why does the author, sorry, let me zoom out. Why does the author compare a single momentary act to a lifetime of choices? We're looking at that word compare, and we know that that's looking at the similarities and differences between something or someone. Think about these words, momentary versus lifetime. What's the difference between the two? Momentary versus lifetime. What's the difference between those two words?
So we are looking for someone to drop in the comment section. What is momentary? Clarify the word momentary versus lifetime. Clarify that for us. How do we know the difference? What does it mean? We're looking for clarification on the word momentary versus lifetime. What do we mean by that? Momentary act versus lifetime of choices. If something is momentary, what does that mean? What word inside of that word do you already know? And you are correct. Okay.
All right, so now the question is, why does the author put in this or do this comparison between something happening in a moment versus something happening in a lifetime? There you go. So our answer may look something like this. The author compares a single momentary act to a lifetime of choices to get readers to better understand that heroes are deemed as such because they continuously make heroic choices throughout their lifespan and not just at isolated points in their lives. All right, so they basically compared moments to lifetimes to let us know that in order to be a hero, you have to do this stuff day in and day out, every single day. It's not just something you decide to do here and there. All right. So in the text it states they embody traits like honesty, gratitude, intellectual humility, personal responsibility. Oh, I can't read. Personal responsibility, self-discipline, inventiveness, entrepreneurship, vision, compassion, and optimism. And they display these traits continually. The heroism of the people I profile arises not from a single momentary act, but rather from a lifetime of choices. Okay? This piece of evidence highlights the traits that heroes are made of on a daily and continuous basis, not just at a single point in their life. Being a hero is a lifestyle. It requires continuous commitment to selfless acts and wise decisions. All right. So I think you all have maybe 6 to 10 questions to complete. That's on pages 7 through 9. Remember, you're trying to answer them using the racist format for every question. Okay. We already went over our objective summary for today. This will be posted after class, the actual skeleton without the answers. The answers we went over in class will also be posted. This should be on page 10 of your packet. And remember, we did all 3 paragraphs in class today.
Thank you, timekeeper.
All right. Okay.
Here we have our exit slip. So you're going to write a sentence using each vocabulary word. Again, our vocabulary terms for this week are transcendence, proliferation, ephemeral, gratifications, and expediency. These are due after class today by 3:15 to myself or Ms. Simmons. Now we have the homework. Your homework includes completing the Freyer models for those same terms on pages 4 through 6 of your packet. You're also going to complete answering the text appended questions on pages 7 through 9, as well as finalizing your objective summary, which we began in class today. Some of you may not have finished, which is on page 10. Lastly, you guys must complete your Edulastic assignment number 7. Make sure you are DMing the assignments to myself or Ms. Simmons, or you are dropping them off between 10 and 2 at Baloo if you want to turn in packets as well that you have not submitted prior to now. Any packets that you have not submitted, you can still take to Baloo between 10 and 2 on weekdays. Another reminder is please make sure you guys attend the mandatory community meeting tomorrow on Zoom at noon. We are having an all 7th grade community meeting tomorrow on Zoom at noon. Information is on my story for the code. You cannot use it until it's actually time at noon tomorrow to log in. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and start dropping them in the comment section so that we can respond to them. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section.
If not, give us a thumbs up so we know that you understand what you must do right after class. Don't forget to send us your name for attendance credit. Thank you again to those of you who volunteered. Make sure you are letting your friends know that this is 4th quarter and everyone needs to turn in work. Everyone needs to be present in the live sessions. Thank you.
I saw a few new people today. Thank you guys for showing up. People we have not seen in the weeks prior. I see some new names coming up today, which is great. Continue to encourage your friends to show up for us. Make sure you drop your name in our inbox. Send us a message with your name. Please don't comment it here. But thank you. Good to see you.
All right, well, we're going to sign off. You all have a good rest of the day. Make sure you are attending the rest of your classes. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Miss you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.